Are we live? 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 JK, we are live. Happy money making, motivational, marvelous Monday. And I hope you all are having a marvelous Monday. I came on here. I want to say real quick, but y'all know how it go. It could be quick or it could be a little long, but probably ain't gonna be too long. So I'm a little bit, slightly a little hungry. I was sitting here looking at something that's happening on TikTok. And I came over here, talk about it real quick, and then give y'all the drop. Y'all can go check out and see what you see. I got a little bit of audio to introduce, but I ain't about to go into too much of the whole thing. Mocha in the building. Hello. Happy Monday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Marvelous, motivational, money-making Monday. Hello, everyone. Let me see how long it's been. I ain't gonna wait too long to get started. Just give a minute to see if the notifications do they notifying before I get into it. But yeah, I saw something going on. Hold on, let me close this box. On the talk of TikTok, and I don't even really be over there too much like that. But I saw something. I saw somebody said something, and it was something I was looking at over the weekend. As if you've been on any of my recent lives, I had mentioned how I was trying to find like channels I used to follow or whatever. My bad if this noise in the background is making too much extra noise. But I'm about to stop in just a second. That I was trying to find some of them. So dang, I can't get this thing to do what I wanted to do. Anyway, whatever. I give up. A suggestion is what I'm trying to say. Came up, which was for the lady, I guess they call her Big Mama. I literally just learned that today. I just know she the lady that be like, and I know it's a bunch of them, but she's the first one that I saw doing it. And she be like, if I don't do nothing else, I'm going to feed them kids. If you're listening to me, please double tap the screen for a like. Please like my video. And if you catch it on the replay, please hit me with the thumbs up. And I'm about to go on and get into my commentary. And y'all already know this is Kiss the Ring. And I am back off in this thing. And today I'm going to discuss Big Mama, who does the social media content where she be like, if I don't do nothing else, I'm going to feed them kids. And then the kids line up and they eat. So, I mean, if I'm being completely nice, they eat and they eat good. That's the positive side of it. Now, whatever she feed them, some people eat more fast food than home cooked meals. I have seen home cooked meals lately. At first, I saw a whole bunch of fast food, but at least her kids are eating. They're eating good. Their bellies are full. That's good, right? Because not all kids can say that they eat and they eat good at home. They seem, even if she take them somewhere, and I just saw a video where they all walked out line one after the next, carrying their bag of food and their bags of food. And the two girls, each time they came out, there was behind one of the males, and whichever brother was in front of them, they made sure that the door was open to the point that their sister didn't even have to grab the door, which was wonderful. I'm like, that's good. Some well-mannered children. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. If you haven't hit it yet, please double tap that screen for a like. I said that's good. Some well-mannered children. But apparently, unfortunately, something is going on in their situation and is going crazy on, I want to say social media because there's other social platforms. I'll leave it like that. So I am going to play a little bit of the audio and I'll get to the point of what actually made me say I'm going to come and be live. I don't want to call it a reaction because it's too serious of life or whatever was happening, but it's just me kind of speaking to what I'm seeing here in this situation. And his prayers up for them because it's a mother that's raising her children. She's a single mother. She got this daughter. The mother just said I think she said 37. She's in her late 30s. The daughter is 18 years old. Big Mama's, and then the daughter Mercedes. Mercedes is 18 years old and she's in the 11th grade and she's not really interested in going to school, but I guess her mom is making her go, which is good. That's the situation. And so now the daughter Mercedes has been kicked out of the house by the mother, and the mother is going and speaking to social media and strangers about what is happening with her daughter. She vented to socials, and then she's speaking to strangers that are popping up on her platform about what's going on with her daughter. And then on the flip side, there's the daughter doing her own lives and responding to what her mom is saying. Now, the mom is clearly like angry, like I don't want to say rage, but it is some rageful content as she speaks about what happened. Just that's it. It's anger and rage. But the daughter Mercedes is in tears, like literally. She's like, "I'm gonna cry again," or her nose is stuffed, and then one of them, somebody telling her like, "Clear your nose." The girl over there bawling her eyes out. She didn't get kicked out by her mom. Her mom is putting all her business out there, or what her mother believes to be her business, because the young lady said it's not true. But when you hear what the mom said, then you'll see. For what I explained, I wouldn't have went live. But when you hear how far it goes back, here we go. Let me just get into it. Michelle, hello, hello, welcome, welcome. This is um Mercedes.
But I just hate that, like, I know I'm so hurt because I hate the fact that, like, it had to come to, I'm finna cry. I hate the fact that, like, it had to come to the internet, like, the internet, like, it's always some.
Hey Movado, welcome, welcome. Happy motivational money making Monday. I put pause on this right here. I just had to take a breath because it's sad that this girl is over here crying. She says she hates that it came to the internet. There's other ones of her talking, and she keeps saying like, "I wish we would have just been able to talk amongst ourselves. I wish she wouldn't bring everything to the internet." But Mercedes is saying it's all about the money, and so you hit that go live, especially on a platform like TikTok. They say it ain't paying the way it used to, but the people was getting stupid paid over there on TikTok. So if you bring everything there, you gonna run those numbers up and you're gonna get you a pretty decent check. But what is it worth it at the expense of your 18-year-old daughter? Even if what you're saying is true, but the Mercedes said it's not true. Movado said, so she really out Mercedes on blast. Yep, got her. She got her all straight up on blast. On blast. And it's a trip. Hold on, let me see. Let me scoot through this. And I was surprised because they they seem so I don't know. I mean, I guess if you look on the surface, is she's feeding the kids and they seem cool. But if you look a little bit more into it, the truth is sometimes, because I honestly, I was like, I bet I know which one of the two is Mercedes. don't really pay attention, and when she called a name or whatever. But I knew which one it was gonna be when I heard something was going on, because the one little girl be like, look like she don't even want to be there half the time. She responds, she smiles, she be nice, but her body language be like uninterested for the most part. So um yeah, and it's funny because it's another mother like that. And I just told the algorithm yesterday, stop showing me that. Actually, I told them 2 days ago, and then they showed me some stuff yesterday, and then I had to tell it again, like, don't show me, because I don't even want. In that other situation, one of the kids is clearly not satisfied, and that's a whole other, that's a side note, because that situation, the kid don't be wanting that much money food, and the mama be giving him a whole lot more than he want, and he chubby. And I'm like, I was like, stop, I don't want to see it. But in this case, it looks good. Everybody look, they look happy enough, but Mercedes do be looking some kind of way sometimes, and I didn't know what was going on in the situation. This is really sad though. So let me see, let me go to this. Hold on, let me see which one of these I want to go to first. So I think I'm gonna do this one first. This is Big Mama. Wait, oops. Every time I run it back, it starts automatically playing. Here we go. We done went through so much. Have y'all paid attention that I ain't got no man? Have y'all paid attention that my kids don't have friends around? I got best friends. She tried to date every last one of their kids, even their girls. She was with Jane friend. That's embarrassing. That James can't have no friend, that you trying to date Jane friend. Ramari can't have no friend. We cannot have nobody around us. If anybody walk in this yard right now and if they come in this yard, she don't care who it is. She gonna talk to. She been doing it ever since she was 8 years old. We can have a family reunion. You cannot leave her with kids. She been doing this. This is the one. She said she been doing this ever since she was 8 years old. I said, what's to this? Cause you saying she been doing this ever since she been 8 years old. You can't have nobody around. She trying to take them all, you know, how do I say it? Down through there. I ain't trying to, I don't want to say it like that because I be saying it about adults, but like she trying to do something with males and females, anybody you bring around. Since she's been 8 years old, she's saying the girl's been hyperexual. She did say that she put her in counseling, but they haven't figured anything out. But listen to, if you heard like the beginning what she said, she can't even have no boyfriend or have him around. And I'm like, that's when I was like, skirt, hit the brakes. Wait, say what now? So what you saying, if you can't have a boyfriend around your 8 year old plus all the way up for the last 10 years, right? Because she's 18 now. Because your 8 year old always trying to get with everybody. So now I'm wondering about your way of thinking. Because that was a strange thing to say. That was a strange thing to say. And the brother said it's a whole lot going on, whole lot more going on behind the scenes. And that would be Big Mama's brother. So Mercedes' uncle. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes. And he said that I'm just repeating, the brother said that Big Mama does not like Mercedes. That's what the brother said. And there's a lot more going, more will come out. That's what he said. So Mercedes is kicked out, and Big Mama over there calling her a 304. See, since she was 8 years old though. So anybody that come around, male or female, she gonna try to do something with them. And as a mama, it didn't make her antennas go up. I'm asking. This is a question. And as a mother, it didn't make her antennas go like, what happened? Who did something with my baby to make an 8 year old be like that? If that's true, right? Because Mercedes said it's not true, but you don't automatically start looking at everybody, and you talking about I can't even have no boyfriend around her. So was it, who was it? What's the reason? It's learned behavior. 8-year olds don't act like that unless somebody showed them. But the mama is ragefully angry at the daughter, is what she's displaying. I cannot ever see their content the same again. I don't even know if I continue to watch if I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna feed them kids. I don't even know if I'm still gonna be able to watch it because I can't see her the same. I can't see her the same. It's gonna make me think it's surface. What else is happening behind the scenes? When a mother can say that her daughter was that way at 8, and it seemed like she putting the blame, everything she said as I continue through this, she put a lot of attention and blame on her daughter. Now we get to the next part. She did say some stuff about the boy, but she's still putting her daughter in a certain way. And some of this stuff she said is like, even if you raise she gonna be doing some. Oh, my finger slipped. She gonna be doing even if you raise a kid, we can have a family. Right, and they end up out there being a little thotty, it's a way you can handle that, I believe, to wrangle them in. But you got to know it's more going on behind the scenes or beneath the surface, I would say, because it's just not natural. I don't think it's natural for somebody to do themselves like that. So if they do, then something caused it. But since she was 8, mind blown. Like 8? 8 is so young. Like 8. Like, are you serious? The girl can't even put her underwear on right at 8 years old, let alone she chasing down men and women, boys, girls, anything. What 8-year old even understands how that stuff works? You get what I'm saying? Like, how the body parts work, you know what I mean? And what, how to get them to do what they do. 8-year old, I don't, mostly they don't, unless someone who they had no business taught them. And usually when they learn those things, it's because of some inappropriate behavior. And so the mama's words about the girl is a red flag, in my opinion. In my opinion. Movado said, "Where's it's they're on this stuff that I'm looking at. They're on TikTok." Movado said they tired of the internet. Yeah, yeah. She said Mercedes said it's all. I guess it's all about some money. Movado said it's in all they actions. She just like that's what it's starting to look like. Movado is what it's starting to look like. I said, woo, and you right, because I mean I'm saying like she's more consistently that I noticed that she be like, the younger girl, what was her name? Shit, I can't think of it that fast. It was I can't think of it. The youngest girl too. So she sometimes she just be looking like she do not want to be, but the boys do sometimes too. But for the most part, I think Mercedes been more consistently uninterested. You know, even if they interest, maybe the other ones who fake it till they make it or whatever. Kids don't be wanting camera in their face like that. They don't. They don't. And I could. I'm gonna tell you something. I can't speak for everybody. I don't know how people are, but I'm gonna tell you something. Flash into the whole camera with in a kid's face, right? Because I just thought about it too. I really literally just thought about it. How I can actually identify with because of my age, the recording cameras, they had them big cameras like they have on the news. My mama had one. She kept the upgrade until it got small enough to put one in your hand. Everywhere she went. Before this, is you know how we do live or whatever, which is funny on our phone because she don't do that no more. But it's maybe because she's older or whatever. Everywhere we went, this lady had a camera. You hear me? From the moment we got in the car to go to somebody's birthday party, I don't care what it was. It could have been somebody's wedding. They was gonna get behind the scenes scenes that the higher professional did not get. This lady record. I say this lady 'cause I be joking. Y'all don't know me. I be joking. That's why. So there don't nobody reading into it. Okay. I love my mama, but listen, she had a big camera and she was with everything, and then people. She show up with the camera and they over there trying to get her attention because I'm like, oh my gosh, can you not hit it? Me and my siblings like, oh, she got that camera. And then as soon as we get wherever people used to be, because it's a different world, a different era, they be dancing and rapping and singing, and they wanted to be on camera. Hey, look, can I get that VHS? So they want a copy of it. Or we used to have times where we just sit around and watch the stuff that she recorded. It's good times. But at that point, me and my siblings used to be like, oh my gosh, here she go with that camera. So don't feel like don't nobody want no camera in their face all the time. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't nothing you can do. I feel like, when it's your parent, you just gotta go along with it. So like I said, we of course we didn't say that to her, but we'll be looking at each other like, oh, she got that. We was so we used to be so embarrassed. Like she always got that camera everywhere. Here she go with the camera. But anyway, I'm just saying I can understand when you got the parent pulling out the camera recording all the time. Of course, my mom was appropriate. I have to say that she was appropriate. She wasn't recording no stuff. It wasn't no skits. It wasn't none. She was just recording regular life. What they would call these days, they would call vlogging. If we was in this era, I'm sure we would have been a vlogged family. You know what I mean? But so she was just vlogging what was going on, but it wasn't no skits, it wasn't no faking, it wasn't no inappropriateness, it was no extreme, none of that. So that I have to say that. But anyway, I got off a little bit, but I literally just thought about that. I'm like, I can understand what that feels like, but I can't understand a parent coming and like putting your business out there and doing all of that. So her mom is talking to the live. Oh, Jolly. That's right. That's right. It's Jolly. Jolly, because I was thinking Jolly Rancher. The horse's name is Rancher. Okay. For the youngest daughter. But, I'm just saying, like, anyway, I just thought about that. But to the topic that they're dealing with, this is a sad situation and it's truly unfortunate because, like, the mama is kind of exposing the daughter, like that's her, if it was true, that's her personal business. If she was out there just being a little, hot in the tail, like she could have handled that amongst the family behind the scenes. She didn't have to bring that to social media. Clearly there's a problem. She's like, and I put her in therapy. Well, maybe that therapist didn't work. Maybe she need another one. Maybe she needs something else, because obviously there's some other things going on. If she is 18 years old in the 11th grade and struggling with school, but you're just trying to get her through her schoolwork so she can graduate, but she having a real hard time. So that means that there's more going on. And you talking about boys, girls, men, women, everybody she come across. What has happened to her and what programming has been put into the girl to make her feel that way about herself? Um, she even said that the girl did something on the side of the road, and then she jumped out the car and ran. And I'm like, so something is really going on that's more than just what meets the eye. And this is the time when the big mama needs to put that time and attention on her daughter and help her and turn off the camera. So anyway, let me press play. Reunion. You cannot leave her with kids. She gonna be doing something to her, or she gonna let them do something to her. You can't. So my question, she done went through so much. So she gonna do something to the kids, or let them do something to her. Man, it's really sad, and I don't know. The mom need to just breathe and figure it out, because I think she's doing the wrong thing. She's doing the wrong thing. And when she started this little part, she started off by saying, the I think she said, did she say the family or we? Because she said we've been through so much. Did she say the family? We went through so much. Yeah, that was it. We have been through so much. So she making her daughter like completely the bad guy. Like she already going through a lot. Like she got her business being put out there, whether it's real or not. It's probably embarrassing. She's gotten kicked out of the house. She basically being called like she getting used because the mom said that the money she gave the daughter, I guess she gave her $2,000 for, I want to say it was around Christmas. And I definitely saw that video. She gave them all a whole bunch of money, and she says that the daughter gave the boy that she's accusing the daughter of being in the car with all of the money. And um she said that the daughter is like hanging outside of his house pressed for his attention or whatever, and he isn't paying her any mind. So I'm like, that screams a whole lot. Like, mom, you not getting it, so you don't come to social media and discuss it, or are you gonna try to figure that out? And she telling social media about, you know, what she knows as far as experience and basically why her daughter shouldn't be doing that. But if you simply telling her, if let's just say if she talked to her and that's not working, then she got to take some other measures to help her daughter understand her worth. And I just really don't understand her approach. I don't. This is not any of our business. None of it. And that's kind of what the girl was saying at the beginning. I wish this did not have to come to the internet, she said. Everything for $1. She said, I guess anything for $1. So let me go on to, hold on. I thought it was going to start when I moved my finger. Let me go. I got another one here. No, it's right here. Um, so the mom says that she got a pony for Jolly's pony name is Rancher. So Jolly's pony ran away. The people she bought the pony from, she hired them to come back and help catch the pony. And the one of the guys was interested in talking to Mercedes, where the mom says no, but she's telling the details of the story. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna let her voice tell that story. I don't say is okay, yeah, no, I read that one. Hey, classy lady, welcome, welcome. Happy motivational money making Monday. Welcome in. Well, Vital said, kids, I just unfollow man PooPoo. Oh yeah. Cause she is too much for me. See? That's why I'm like, I don't even think I want to see it anymore, because like I it don't even seem real for real. And if I'm gonna go the rest of the way there, what I was saying at the beginning, and I know everybody's different. So I was like, okay, cool. She's different. She feeds them a lot of fast food. I don't, she says she works, so maybe she work a lot and she be tired. But I'm like, I be looking sometimes like, I try to be on the positive side of at least the kids are eating. But all that Taco Bell and McDonald's and Subway, from my mother point, from I'm talking about my mothering point of view, me as a mother, I'm like, dang, can they get a home cooked meal? Dang, can they not get all that fast food and all them preservatives and and you got Mercedes. I just learned that she's 18 years old. So I'm not saying she should be responsible for cooking for the family, because I don't think you should do that to children. But I also feel like at 18, by probably at least no later than about 16 years old, she should have been in she I want to say at 16, she should have been able to cook some stuff. So you get her in the kitchen and get her with doing the little prep stuff. But maybe I'm just speaking from the way I saw things done. You get them in the kitchen young on that backup prep type stuff. And then when they get to be about a teenager, you get to get them to cook some full on thing. By the time she 18, she done had plenty of practice and she know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? So she could have helped make a meal here or there too, if that's the case, is what I'm saying. Now, it shouldn't be her, like, the pressure on her responsibility, because the mom can't do it all the time, but she could have done it sometimes. Like, what life skills is she learning? to help prepare her to be a young lady that navigates the world, right? Because at some point she gonna graduate. Maybe she plans to go to college, and then she will be on her own. So all that fast food, I'm like, and the boys too, because them boys can get in there and cook. They big enough that they look like they should be able to do some things, you know. Hopefully, hopefully. Um, Movado said, she said, "Do you really believe Mama PooPoo?" Not about that girl. I don't know about the girl at 8 years old. I don't. The girl said it's not true, so I don't know what to think. But the way she's approaching it is questionable because she putting all the blame and responsibility on her daughter. So I don't. I just don't understand. Movado said, "Girl," she said. She said that pony was too wild. She had to send it to get trained. Mm-mm-mm. I didn't even see that part, but yeah, I believe it because
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this.
because it ran off. Okay, hold on. Now I'm about to press play though. Let me press play.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this one more time. I bought the pony. It was wild. The pony drugged my brother. The boy that sold me the pony asked me, can he date my daughter? Then the other one that helped caught the pony with the man, he asked me, can he date my daughter? They've been sneaking for the longest. I don't even know how long. They've been getting the money. They got my money when I paid for the pony. I paid them to catch the pony. So you got my money. You been getting my daughter money. Then you got her. You laid up with her. So you don't think that was kind of messed up 2 days? Y'all talking in 2 days. We know 2 days. Picking up in 2 days. 3 days. 3 days.
Yeah, but that's my thing is that was a decision that your daughter made. And
No, I'm not mad at them.
yeah.
I'm not mad at, listen to me, I'm not mad at them either. I'm not mad at her either. That's what you gotta live. Listen to me.
Yeah, that's what
Your
that's why
body
I said
is
God should
something that
just
you
go.
don't give away. Listen to me. I know this now. I'm 37 years old, and I regret a lot of men that I done been with. Your body, you don't get your body to any and everybody, baby.
Yeah, so there it is, 37, and she's saying that she knows that, which, like she said, from experience. But at the end of the day, it's a certain kind of way to teach your daughter that, even if you got to reinforce it. Telling social media is not gonna help.
You just don't. You don't. We got a lot of regrets. That's what I'm trying to tell. But they plotted on her.
They did.
They plotted on see who the first one gonna get them. Get them.
Right.
They did that. And I told them.
They did. That's why you need to go get her. And that's why you need
She's 18. Wow. We know she's 18. She's going to do stuff. But that's she finish school. She don't even want to go to school right now. She want to go to follow this man. She 18, 11th grade. B. That's why I didn't want her to get no boyfriend, right? Right. That's why, baby, listen, baby. That's why I ain't want her to get no boyfriend because she's not going to graduate. She's trying to follow this man now to his mother's house. You could have went found somebody else, something else. You could have went did something else. Now the boy don't want to be with you and you outside mad at me.
Okay, here's the thing. Oh man. She says that her daughter, she didn't want her daughter to have a boyfriend because it was going to be distracting. And, she's already having a hard time getting to graduation. I sound like this because I'm just so disappointed in what I'm hearing. Like, oh my gosh. But, it's just people. Man, like, come on. Mamas, parents, we got to do better. If you don't, your child is 18. She could walk out the door at any moment, and it's nothing the mama can do about it. It is a parent's job to prepare their children to go out into the world. And a part of that experience is dating. If you listen to me, I have to say, I'm not the type of person that needs everyone to agree with me. I am not her. I care about respect. It's a way to agree and disagree. So your comments, if you want to comment and it doesn't exactly agree with what I said, I'm fine with that. I get it, right? Here's my point of view. We have to prepare our children to go out into the world on their own and be young adults to turn into older adults, blah, 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 blah. But it's that young adult experience with all those learning curves, right? And part of that is going to be dating. What if her daughter decided, or in the situation right now where she's kicked her out and she's at a friend's house, and you didn't sheltered her from the world and didn't allow her to have any of those experiences, where you're allowing her to do it and she has a trust for you and is able to have an open conversation where you can guide her through that, because she's going to have feelings and emotions and natural things that's going to happen in her body. And then young boys that have their intentions that she doesn't understand and she believes them, and you got to bring that wisdom and guide her through that so that she can realize that. Or like the mama just said, with the two of them playing a game on who gonna get her first, like we have never heard of that before. But if you're allowing her to have those experiences, she can come back and you can talk to her and she can trust you, instead of blaming her that she been wild since 8 years old and sheltering her and saying you didn't want her to date at all so she wouldn't be distracted. When there's a way to have a balance for kids to have a dating experience and a girlfriend, boyfriend at an appropriate age where you can talk them through those experiences. And if you see that they're going into, look, they looking like they might want to have X, then you talk them through that as well and prepare them that they don't be popping up with no babies, but you guide them and nurture them through that. And you look back, like she's saying, she knows from experience. So if you know from experience, then you can speak to that. When they want to do certain things, they gonna do them. You gonna either be there with them or they gonna sneak. And then they gonna get played and used and have the other things going on because you want it to be unrealistic. Unrealistic. It is absolutely unrealistic to think that your child at 18 years old in the 11th grade ain't gonna date until they get up out of high school if they take another year to finish. What the hell? And all the way up to that point. Do you know what hormones are doing at 18? I mean, I ain't asking literally, it's rhetorical, because we all know what hormones are doing at 18 years old, especially with a girl that's sheltered, that's not getting any attention. All attention gonna look real good to her, real good, and she gonna want it. And they gonna be able to talk her up out of her socks if she don't get what she need from the mama, because we haven't heard about a daddy like presence. I haven't heard it, so I'm just gonna say the mama, and she's the one doing the talking and being critical and blaming the girl and treating her the way she's displaying herself treating her in these lives that she's done is not the way to get your daughter to trust you and be like, hey, they both coming at me, my hormones are raging, I really like both of them, but he's real cute and I want to go sit in the car and ride and talk to him. And maybe you even let her because you've guided her and you tell her he gonna get the touching and feeling and talking all sweet and you gonna believe it. Don't. And if she trusts you, she'll listen and come back and be like, Mama, you're right. He did exactly what you said. Or you might add a child to be like, hey, it went down. Oh, I hope I didn't just lose my place because my finger showed. Dang, my finger sure slipped. But the approach that she's taken ain't it. The approach she's taken is how you end up with your 18-year-old not you kicked out of your house. She says that the place that the girl is at is not the best place for her, but she knows where she's at. Mess around and being caught a baby. I don't want that to happen to that girl. But I'm saying without the proper guidance and protection, i.e. some sort of pill or shot or something, looking for love in all the wrong places. Mama wrong. Mama is wrong. Let me see. Oh, Movado said there was some handsome young men who came to catch that pony. Okay. See, so the young girl was looking, and she's a cutie. She's a cutie. Novato said, and she can't keep that girl from seeking a relationship. It makes her want it more. She should have let her date under her watch. That part. You prepare, like that's what I'm talking to mothers. You got to prepare them to drive. You got to, I mean, not, I'm talking about mothers, I'm talking about parents, right? But again, I ain't going to keep defending it, but I'm simply saying mother because that's what we know she has, the mother. She was supposed to get that girl to know how to drive, get that girl to know how to cook, get that girl to know how to do her own hair, get that girl to know how to date, get, you know, figure these boys out that'll say anything to get something up out of her and be out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, get her to understand all of those things as a mother guiding a teenage girl, the same as she should be properly guiding her boys. But sheltering her, what happens is they go wild. And if it hadn't happened earlier, it's gonna happen at 18, but it ain't gonna happen at 8 years old. That's the result of something else happening to that girl. The mama is out of pocket. Movado said, I did not know all this was happening with Mercedes. Lord, yeah. It's a mess. It's a mess. Let me see. Where's I So here we go. This is the mama talking about her daughter some more. Big mama.
Got lost. You dating people that I had to pay for the pony. So you telling me that I paid for the pony and then they got your body too? Then you laid up on the side of the road, running through a field.
That's crazy.
A man.
Mercedes said it's not true. The mama says that Jolly saw her running through the field. Mercedes says it's not true, so who knows what's what.
That's why you running, laying you on the side of the road and dumping.
Thank you. Yeah, Mercedes, for
Said he had her laid up on the side of the road. That's where he was able to get it in with her. That's a mess. That's a mess. Hold on, let me see. Um Let me fix that. Okay.
one thing I'm gonna say this right here, Mama. You're gonna have to set boundaries with her, as far as like giving her everything that you see that you think she might want. So
She
you're
said
gonna
she
have to
done.
set
Mama says
boundaries.
she
You're
done.
gonna have to just stop that.
I'm done.
Yeah, that's gonna be the first step. The
I'm
first
sick.
step.
Listen to me. I'm sick. I got health problems. I got to worry about the 4 kids that need me. I am done. I'm going to pray about it because the streets going to get them.
That's a mess. That is a real mess. That that is a mess. She say the streets gonna get her. So she just gonna let her be out there and just get it. Get got. Okay. Hold on, let me see. Where's I gotta find. There we go. I actually didn't listen to this, but I'm gonna press play on this.
Every time the lady was going to school, she was friends with people were trying to jump off. How y'all think that gas station video happened? Don't you understand? There I've been touring with so many people. People were coming at me. I had to let them people hit me to press charges and stand down because they were trying to jump my daughter to school. How y'all think that happened? I let that happen because they were trying to jump my daughter, and I let them know I bowed down and pressed charges because it was too many coming at me. It was too many. Every time something goes on, say that. We had to press charges. We had to sign contracts. I'm not going through that.
It's like it lets you know it's a whole lot more going on. You know? There's a whole lot more going on. So let me go find. It's two more. Hold on. Okay, there's one of them. And then where's the other one? Oh damn! I don't know if I got the other one because my finger slipped, and so whatever I had on ready, it's gone. But this is enough anyway. Here we go. Oh, that's the one where she was crying. So I already played that. Where's that other one? This one.
They said it was name. Y'all stop for real. Hold on. I'll turn it back around. Turn it back around right now. I hate to have to have it, y'all. So Mama said online asking for money. Asked them where that 2K and you gave it to the dude. So y'all know what the 2K went? That 2K went on my friend's Christmas stuff because they bought me a gift too.
Shoes or she recorded every freaking thing. Come on now, she recorded everything. It's literally on her freaking page. She saw all that money. How you gonna keep money from December all the way to now? You a girl. Come on now, make it make sense.
Okay, someone take my wrong post. That 2000 went on that Christmas stuff and it went on me. It's
slow.
Marty said you be quiet.
No. My auntie just said.
Y'all, that 2K was not going in 2 days. Like. Hold on, let me address it. Hold on.
We can't say nothing without y'all. Like, come on.
And that 2K, I'm also buying myself stuff. So stop it. You said come I see that I want to respond to you. No, I'm not crying.
She was though. On the other one I had queued up, she said that she was crying. She's like, I'm about to cry again.
These folks make me mad. Y'all, this comment just made me mad.
What is that?
Oh my God.
What is it?
Gee.
What did it say?
And I'm tired of hearing about these meetings, but when this boy was, I'm tired of hearing about this meeting, but Hunter on the side of the road, we was never doing that. He just dropped me off on the side of the road so I wouldn't get caught, but I still end up getting caught anyway, so it is what it is.
So there you have it. She said she was not getting it in on the side of the road. She just got dropped off on the side of the road so that she basically wouldn't get caught being with him. 18 years old, excuse me. 18 years old, and she got to sneak to be with a boy. That's how you end up with a child, with a baby before they was ready for one, or before they planned. That alters their life plans, their future plans, because it has to now include a child, because you won't let them grow. The mama need to let that young lady grow. She's 18 years old.
I'm gonna go, I'm tired. Wait, I just walked out there yet. I I mean, she did say that I'm grown and I can walk out. So, I mean, I did.
What's that one song? Lost and Turned Out? That's how you end up with a child like that. Hopefully and prayfully that that is not what happened to this young lady.
I'm just gonna get off. Then y'all like it's like y'all embarrassing me and don't know nothing. Y'all don't know what she say. Don't know nothing. Don't know nothing. But I'm finna go to way. My hair right now. I'm hot.
Yeah. So there's some of her side of it. That other one, let me see if I can find it. I had one queued up where she spoke directly to the accusations of her doing stuff or being interested, starting from the age of 8 years old, like in sexual stuff, um, being hypersexual, whatever. She said at 8 years old, she wasn't thinking about that. That's what Mercedes said. She said it's not true, but it's all over there on TikTok, and yeah, y'all can go and see, because it's a lot more that's over there regarding this situation. Hopefully you won't go at this very second, but but anyway, it's a mess. It really is a mess. And like somebody close to Big Mama, as they calling her over there, somebody need to yank her coattails, because she out of pocket. She out of pocket, and she don't seem to know it. And it's like it makes me wonder what she's been through, you know because like what is she doing? What has she been through? And if she has had some experience, with how to with the underage unwanted, if she has, how did her caretakers handle the situation? Because why are you blaming your 8-year-old, your child, when she was 8? Like it's like she was looking for it, when everyone knows that that's not natural. It only happens when someone's that young, because somebody introduced it to them. I think everybody knows that. So therefore, how can she have an attitude that it's her daughter's fault? It's ridiculous. And she even talking about with her son, and she every time he brings somebody over, he can't even have no friends around. How is she influencing the siblings to react to or feel about Mercedes, when she's sitting there blaming her? It's weird. I don't get it. I can't see her the same anymore. I don't really think I want to watch her feed them kids. Nah, So anyway, that is too much. It's too much. I don't know if I read this or not. Movado says, she said, I just don't believe that woman. She'll say anything for views. I think so. It seemed like it. Like the money got good to her. She loving the money, and she just going for like the clicks and views. Because if she wasn't, she'd be handling this off of social media. Your 18-year-old daughter is in a place that you said is not good for her. You say you gonna let the streets get her, and she's over there crying and also denying what the mama's saying, but the mama isn't listening. And then the brother is talking like something up with the mama. So I don't know. And then what's gonna happen? Is another kid gonna come out and say something about the mother? You know what I mean? Like, what is going on there? And the mama's like, since she's 8, because of the way she is, I can't even have none of my boyfriends around. except what I looked at yesterday. And I'm not going to say it was exactly from yesterday because I didn't look at the date or time order or whatever when I looked at it. But her hair was the same as it is on this live. And she was saying, "Oh, this is from my man. My man. Don't I ain't gonna say your name." So she's looking at him. And then her kids come up because if she don't do nothing else, she gonna feed the kids, and then she gonna feed the kids. But her man was right there. So when I heard her say that, like, I can't even have my man around. And I'm like, but first of all, like, but you have had, and that's not the first time that your man been around. Okay, when you was feeding them kids, you be pointing it out. So which one is true? Is it your daughter? You blaming your daughter and saying she a wild child and she's so wild. How wild is she? You can't have your men around because you acting like it's giving me what I was doing the last couple of mornings when I did Tokyo Tony's flashbacks, where you trying to almost like you trying to say your daughter competing with you for the kids. The difference with the two, first of all, this is an 18-year-old, big difference. And then number two, Tokyo and China got the same face. The mama and the daughter do not have the same face, and the daughter is pretty. So what the mama got going on? You know what I'm saying? I just feel like also as a mother, if you got to be concerned that your man could get with your daughter, your minor daughter, then is that the man you want? You want that man that's gonna be tempted by a minor, and you as a 37-year-old woman with we gonna just I'm just gonna not the assumption ask you me, we gonna assume that's what I'm gonna do. So we gonna assume that the man is around your age, your peer, right? We'll say that. Not no young man that's 20 and we're gonna say that he old enough. A man, a peer of yours that you're dating or older, what the hell he looking at your daughter who just turned 18? But since she's been 8 years old and you ain't been able to have none of your men, she say she had plenty around your daughter because you afraid that your daughter gonna be hitting on them and it's gonna be some temptation. Girl, you sent her to therapy. I'm feeling like she need to go. I'm feeling like she needs some counseling. I'm feeling like she needs an evaluation. Her mental is warped. Her way of thinking is off. And you got another daughter. And I don't know if that other daughter's special needs. It seems like it. But I can't say that I've heard her actually say it. But something is up. Mercedes don't give that. The other daughter does. So if you're afraid of like, she might be tempting the man and he going that way, you need to be worried about both of them in a protective kind of way. And that's the man that you don't need to be with. Who want to be in their right mind with a man that look at little girl? Even a teenager when he's dating you. That's one of the reasons why actual abuse runs so rampant. And it's not just our community, because people like to be like, in our community, they want to put everything on our community. This is a problem everywhere, across ethnicities, across generations, because people don't handle it right. It is a out of control problem across the board. Don't believe me? You know what type of content that I consume? One of them, I get into these spells where I start watching parole hearings. Then after a while, I get sick of it and I'll watch it for a while. And then I'll go back and I'll watch some more. I am blown away at how many editors, y'all know what I'm saying. I'm leaving letters off because of the algorithm that I be seeing, and they'll get 2, 3, 5, 10 years, something short. Matter of fact, I was just talking to a friend of mine earlier about a case. Um, and then they'll get out, and then they'll do it again and go back, and it be little children, small, or they be teens, but they like the little ones. And sometimes they're related to them and sometimes they're not, but it's usually someone they had access to in a close kind of way. The mama's boyfriend. I can't tell you how many of those I see. And you know what the men, well, that'll take me somewhere else if I start talking about what they say. I'm just saying it's an out of control problem across ethnicities. And attitudes like Big Mama, Mama Pooh, whatever, Poo Poo, her, that's a huge part of the problem. It's got to change in order for it to end. And the first thing she should have been deeply exploring is who did something to get that 8-year old child to be thinking or talking about something like that, if that's true. And then to make her be hyperactual, if that's true. She should have been on a mission that wouldn't quit, just like she on a mission with her content and talking to these people to find out who, so that they could be like clink clink, and that's it. And then to help her daughter and build that trust and keep it with her. And instead of this is crazy. Oh, Movado, she said thanks. She said thanks for the update, kids. Have a good day. Oh, have a good day, Movado. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming back too. I'm so glad to see the familiar names and stuff and the new ones. Thank you, thank you. Movado said Jolly. Okay, yeah, because she really seemed like it, and I'm like, cause I tap in time to time or whatever, and I'm like, she just really seemed like she is, but because I hadn't heard her actually say it, I didn't want to say, but the way she talk and everything. So if she's afraid, if the mama is afraid of her, that what about a man possibly looking at her older daughter? What about the special needs one? And I watched a case a few years ago where the situation was the girl was she was a special needs girl, and this man who was around her as she was being raised when she was a teenager, he started, you know, touching her. And she didn't understand, like she was kind of confused. She thinking it's like a relationship or whatever, and the mama found out, and she was like, but this mama was different. She was like, oh hell no, oh no 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 no, and she got him caught up on charges, and she was having issues with her daughter behind it, but because of the daughter with special needs, I just think he took advantage of that. But at least she was one of those mamas who was like, not no, but no. You know what I'm saying? And even like the case that me and my friend was talking about, she had put me on to this case, and the guy recently got sentenced because that's what he was, a predator. And this was his second time being sentenced. This time he got multiple charges, all with regarding minor children. The one girl, he unalived her, 13 years old. She was with child with his baby. And oh wow, look at this. He was dating her aunt, which is his baby mama. And he was also touching her niece. And he had also touched, so this niece that ended up unalived was the oldest sister's daughter that the mom and two aunts that lived together were raising. And he had also touched his own child with that baby mama. Plus, he had also touched one of the daughters of the baby mama's other sister. So the baby mama got the oldest sister and she got the twin. He had touched one of the daughters of the twin as well. And so he just got charged for all of that. But prior to that, and this is what me and her was talking about earlier, I said I watched that sentencing online, and I was telling her, like, I did not know that the first stint that he did, he had done 10 years, and he had been on the registry, and at some point he was on the registry, the offender registry. I did not know. I knew it was for edophilia, edo. I'll just say edo. I knew it was for that, but I did not know that it was for a 4-year old. The 4-year old was his own child, and he did it all with his 4-year-old daughter. That's what got him the 10 years. And then he came out, and there you go. And it's when the case first went wild, and my friend told me about it. She put me up on this one page that was following it, and this guy was interviewing people that knew him, and they was just popping out. Yeah, when I was this age, oh, I know that guy. So he had others that weren't brought up in the case, or where people didn't speak out. He had a history. But again, with the aunt that's the baby mama, he over here touching kids in the family, and she's still having kids with him. And so sometimes you have the women that it's almost like, do they just be, well, not almost, they be blaming the child, and they don't protect the children. And I don't understand. Like, how do you get to this point with your 18-year-old daughter? If you're saying something been going on since she been 8, you sitting here blaming her for everything. No, not okay. Completely messed up. Hold on, let me see what's happening on my phone. What is this? Oh, wow. Let me get undistracted with the phone. I'm wrapping up anyway. But that's I saw that, so I want to come on here and just have a little, quick little conversation or whatever about that, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. And I know a lot of times people, like I said, people be wanting to say it's our community, it's the Black community. I beg to differ. I think it's just a problem across the board. But I don't know, what have y'all seen? You have a difference of opinion or whatever when it comes to that, even with the mom, like I want to say, I'm trying to find the word to say, like, I was going to say managing, but mentoring, or maybe a combination of both, her daughter through that dating process. Not just completely sheltering your 18-year-old and just throwing them out there. And I don't know, maybe y'all have seen some examples of, kids that got completely sheltered and weren't able to do anything. And then when they got out there, they didn't go wild. From where I'm sitting, I haven't seen it. If you don't let your kids start to have some of those experiences in preparation for example, you planning to send them off to college, when they get up in that dorm, they might be the dorm 304. Your little girl might be that dorm 304, because she buck wild, like, able to do stuff and just be able to have access to all kind of stuff, and they be like, whoo. And I got another story. Because I just thought about something. How it could go in one way or another. One of my little cousins, she got us older cousins, and then she went to college, and she wasn't sheltered. She just didn't do a whole lot. But she was around family on both sides of her family, but she didn't do a whole lot otherwise, like socially. And then she went to college, went away to college. But we all, the female, of course, all the cousins, but the older females, we're all telling her, like, call if you got any questions. You don't want to talk to your mama, talk to us, whatever, make sure you hit us up, right? We done gave her all of the talks or whatever. She first got to college, her second day there, she called me and she was like, I don't know what to do with myself. I said, what's going on? She said, I left my room and I did not have a curfew. She was like, and I was sitting there like, I should just stay out because I can. And she was like, at some point, she got tired and she went to her room and went to sleep. And she got up in the morning and she was like, I could really do whatever I want to do. And she was like, this is like, she just was getting used to the fact that she's like, I can go wherever. And she went through that for a slight little spell. She go to a party, she come back and she's like, I just came back from a party and I'm going in my room and I could have stayed as long as I want to. I ain't gotta explain nothing. And she, not like she was getting in trouble, but the point is, you come home, your parents is there or whatever. She was like, I can do whatever. It took her a minute to adjust, and I will report that at this point she went on, she finished her master's degree, she met her husband at college, they married with kids at this point, living their best life. So that's what it is. But she was calling us at first like, what do I do? Where do I go? Like, I could do whatever. I'm like, yes, you can, but but so she had somebody to talk to, she had somebody to guide her, and of course she called her mother too. But then there's also those times when you don't want to call your mother even if you can, you know what I mean? But that's my aunt, so she would call one of the cousins, or sometimes we'd be on a group call with her, or in the group chat with her or whatever, helping her navigate through that thing. And then she was able to help the cousins behind her, the female cousins anyway. They all, as they were graduating back to back, they all end up going to the same college. So it was multiple of them at the same college at the same time. So they was there together, navigating those experiences. And so anyway, but you need to, I just feel like it's important to guide your children through in preparation for the point that they get off to college. Because the reason that I mentioned the experience of my cousin is because if she can't call home to her mother, if she can't call home to a family member, or a trusted friend, whomever, to help her navigate all that freedom, that access, the boys, the parties, the drinking, the everything that happens, then she might end up, who knows what situation she will end up in. And I just think that, I don't know the mom's history, background, or whatever. I'm leaning towards the daughter. I'm not believing everything that the mom is saying, and I'm especially side-eyeing her like they did in one of the comment section on one of those videos. I scrolled and scrolled and scrolled, and the majority of the comments were a side eye meme, some type of side eye meme. Everybody was side eyeing her, and I was laughing because I'm like, that's exactly why I went to the comment section, because I was side eyeing the mom on the way she's speaking on her daughter, the way she's putting her daughter out there. Excuse me, your daughter is green and you're exposing her to the world. And I'm not, on top of the fact that she's green, she's pretty. Even if she wasn't pretty and she green and you putting her out there like that, somebody gonna be trying to get their stuff wet because they think they can get a freebie. That's just how it goes, unfortunately. But she is green and she's pretty. Wow. Like, it's a setup for failure when she should be protected. This was not everybody's business. This fight is not worth the money. And on top of being green and being pretty, she out somewhere where you say it's not a good environment. So anybody can be getting access to her, giving her that attention, giving her that fake love. And you saying boys and girls, boys, girls, men, women, ain't no limit. She is, I pray for protection for that young lady. Protection for her, because her mama didn't put her in a bad way, and it's really not okay. The mama is wrong, she out of pocket, and nobody should be supporting her through what she's doing. They should be yanking at her coattail. But the people that was popping on talking to her was giving her some of them was saying, like, calling her out a little bit, or not like in a combative way. But a lot of them was like agreeing with her and defending her. And I'm like, nah, you wrong. You completely wrong and you're not right. And that's just it. So that's an unfortunate situation that's going on. And I don't even know how my algorithm, maybe I was gonna say I don't know how I brought it up, but maybe it's because I was just looking at her stuff yesterday, and or whatever, and then I'll be looking at that other lady that I keep telling them not to suggest anymore. But yeah, so maybe that's why. And I just said that because I'm like, the theme of the Tokyos and the Rasta Queens and this lady, they wrong. They need to get it together. And this is extremely unfortunate because the girl is so young. So young. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't know what we gonna do with them. But hopefully no more of those children have come out, will come out with anything, you know. And maybe she'll realize the error of her ways, or take her daughter back in and get it together. If her daughter's in counseling, she could go to counseling with the daughter so she can learn something to deal with her, work with her, or whatever. But you heard what she said. She out there and she just gonna let the streets get her. That's what she said. If you didn't hear it, it's in this video. It's in the mama's own voice. She said she gonna leave her out there and she gonna let the streets get her. Poor baby. Poor baby. Meanwhile, the daughter is over on her video bawling her eyes out, saying she wish it didn't come to this, and she wish it didn't come to the internet, and that it's for money. It wasn't all of our business. This was not all of our business. So if you listen to this, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening all the way through. Thank you for being interactive. Thanks everybody that comments on the live, and in the comment section on the replay. If you did not hit that like button, please double tap that screen. And if you catch it on the replay, what I was not, that's how I was going to say. I think I combined my words. If you if you haven't double tapped the screen, is what I meant to say, please double tap the screen for a like. And if you happen to catch this on the replay, please hit that thumbs up. Thank you very much. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. I will be discussing trending topics. That's anything, because you never know what's going to be on trend, hot topics and things like that. All comments are welcome. Respect is paramount. That's what we're going to do. Speak respectfully and respect each other in the comment section. And then also it'll be some commentary on the LA sector, things that are going on, some of the goings on. And then also some commentary on the street sector. And I will add this in, and I'll probably end up talking about this again another time. So I'll go in a little bit more. But I was thinking about like either doing a video or going live real quick regarding something in the street sector. So Polo and Shiesty, as I keep labeling my videos. I know they call her Feisty. When I look at her, I think Shiesty. So Shiesty it is. Polo and Shiesty from the street sector. And the last couple of days that they popped up on Marcus's videos or whatever over there on ASI channel. I had started building a story with them, and I think that is funny because I learned something today, and I learned two things today. And what I find funny is one of the things in the parts that I've already done, it's in there because I just figured that was the case. and I'll elaborate on that in just a moment. And then the other thing that is on the story, it was editing. When I went went to do this, I was looking in on some other content when I was waiting on the edits to get not edits, extension, if you will. That's what it is. It's an extension of the story. And while I was waiting on that to process, I came over here. And then I was like, wow. So one, Polo be staying in the bando. I already figured he was staying in the bando. And I said it another time I was talking about them, because when Marcus picks him up in a neighborhood, he don't ever want Marcus to come to the actual house, like, or show the house. He say don't show the house. So Marcus is picking him up in the neighborhood, but he don't want Marcus to show the house that he's staying in. And I just guessed that that's because it's a bando. So in the part of the story, when you see it, it'll be all together, at least the part that I published. I have him and Shiesty climbing through a window in the bando. And to me it's funny because I have Shiesty helping Polo versus the other way around. But I heard today that they be staying in the bando. I said, I knew it. I knew it. And I'm like, dang, I wish I would have got it out. I wish I would have got it out before it was said. If it hasn't actually been said before, I wish I would have got it out because it's going to seem like it's based off that. Not like it matters, but I would have rather had got it out there first. But then the other part of it, I was going to have them in a tent. That's the one that I'm waiting on to finish right now. And then I turned around and heard them say that they be sleeping in the tent. And I'm like, are you serious right now? So they over there living in Tent City. And I was going back and forth between, do I put them in the bando at all? Or do I just put them in a tent? Because it wouldn't surprise me if they got a tent in Tent City. And it turns out that they actually got a tent, Polo and Shiesty, in Tent City. And they be staying in the tent. But what's coming with what I'm building is like it's what they say and what I speculate could be happening. I ain't saying it happened, but what I think could be happening is funny to me. I hope that y'all find it funny as well, because that's the goal. And when y'all see it, hopefully y'all will give me some feedback in the comment section. I'm trying to keep it short enough that it'll be a short, and if I continue to expand upon it like I plan to do, I'll just stop at a certain point, make it a short, and then I'll come back and I'll continue to add on to it, because the more they pop up, the more ideas I have based off what they're doing and saying versus what's probably happening beneath the surface, at least as the way that I speculate. So yeah. With that being said, I want to say again, thanks everybody that came through. And y'all already know, I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all marvelous money making Monday. I hope today was really, really good and it continues to be that way. And y'all have an amazing night sleep, well rested, and all the good things that comes with that. And with that being said, I wish y'all peace, love, and blessings. And I am going to catch y'all on the rebound. I am out of here. Peace.